Nokkahuitulo mata angayokkaati nokkahuitulo mata tema angayokkaavo pirokkavivu nokkahuitulo.
They never stayed in one spot for a long time. They would always travel back and forth, either go here for seal during the spring, over here caribou, maybe over here for the summer, maybe for the caribou.
Right. Follow the different foods.
Yeah.
Different animals.
Just like the seasons change all the time.
Like the seasons change, so do the hunting, and so do
Yeah,
the areas
they do, yes.
where they're living.
Yeah. During the winter months, there might be good hunting, good caribou hunting over here. During the spring months, there might be some good fishing over here.
Yep.
During the summer months, there could be some good seal hunting over here.
So they would just move when she was young.
They would follow where the game is at.
Where the game is.
That's
exactly.
in order to survive. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that was in the time when they were living more in igloos because they weren't permanent.
No.
Right? But when did that change? Like when you had your family, were you living in a house? Or still, Louisa was born in an igloo, right? So.
No, takpani hanninga jo ilaruhiani takpani lohimata. Juligartung meqaarsuta tiguarsiga inuyune matimmihuaralaakku atauhilikko qamanittualiassarpugut qamanittuarmi ukiarri luta itloqarnarriti ligutuppaunga hanningaluma aullaulauloqatta lutaqaullungahuli tappaani innauqalorama hanningaluuna tauvaktu
When she lost her mother, they were in Chesterfield. As fall was coming, they went over to Baker Lake, and from Baker Lake they went on a single-engine plane, and they brought them back up to Gary Lake area.
Wow, on a small plane.
Single on the plane.
Wow.
It was her very first time to go into a plane when they were getting brought back up to Gary Lake when she was still just a child.
Kamanittuarmaqarluta appaanganunaliarutaugup tanutaqaullungahuli tappaaninunnaqaulilerluta soqaimma katilaorpuksuti avilaorpuksuti katilaorpuksuti taima naittuulaormata katinnahaaraalulerpakkaluarsutiklu itlortuarmi itloralaamikluuni itlortuarmi takulaorrimanata tappaani innaqorraulartunga tappaannunainnarmi Makuktu lungahuli immaqaasuuttiit huattiilluunni tamaani nalianikia taqautijaulaqtunga uitaaриақалерamagu tainnalu uigilerniartarinnertara nuliaqarti lugu takuloorakku Hunavunuliaq minit matrumninun saaqtaaqqimallaornerluni tamarmi inuungittu tappaangequtipti innulianga upingaanginnaq inuuyugneemat tamanna upingaa qaulaulorluni ukiulakti'lugu unagu uiksartaarinayaq
When they got moved back up to Gary Lake, she was still just a child, and as she was, they spent a few years up in Gary Lake.
Yeah.
When she was about 12 or
Is Gary Lake very big, or this is the area where they're on the land?
Yeah, where
Gary Lake, you're on the land.
Yes.
Okay, and you're moving around. Okay.
There would be some people coming and going,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
that's where she spent most of her childhood, up in Gary Lake. And when she was about 12 or 13-year-old, her parents told her that this is going to be your husband.
Oh.
And the man that was chosen for her was already married with another lady and had 2 children with that lady.
Oh.
But then their 2 children, they were both stillborn.
Oh.
And within the following spring, the man's first wife suddenly passed away.
Okay.
Spring passed, summer passed, and then during the fall they told her that this man is going to be your husband, and she wasn't quite too thrilled or somewhat excited about that.
I heard that was a bit hard
Yeah.
for some people.
Yeah.
So she had to marry this man?
Uitaagiaqalilortun.
Uitaaqiqujaupman uppernikkut ammalu angayoqqaama oqqaasingitigut oqlu ajigiingittuun uppernikkut oqautijahimayunga maleqatigingitanni uitaaqtailulanga angu'mik piqateqartailitsaaqulaulortunga upperniup tamatumanalaagu amma taakkua huuqlu tammarxailerluti uamnik pitsiaqahuktitunga aakkauгала таммархингитсуали наклингермитигуттаа аторtuugaluit оqaatisaulеqamma умминга уиксартаариарамаартаулеqamma исумалаорхималунга таммақниартаалуулеqamma пиуджаимнертунга хуккунниалертунгақай тууннармиутааниалертуга исумаллаа.
There was a lot going through her mind when she was told that she was asked to be married to this man. It was by tradition, and it was by religion that she was being given to this man.
This was the Inuit religion, right?
I believe so.
I
Yeah.
think so.
But then they needed a husband and a wife to survive.
Ikpikikatakulattu ajornartualuulaarsimamma teipsimani.
Ila ajornartualu makkuktuulni isumarsorna ajornammariloorto kaangajoqqaanaalagumma lugit tuhaqtitaaqattalaaru angajoqqaatinaalatsaarlugit uvani eqataani таммарнартумма атортаилулутит хуорлу уктораут налеққарии увалуни увингайо хуорлу тема атаатоққор налерта уллумиммуун.
It was kind of like a slinky,
Wow, in what sense?
Balancing out.
Oh, balancing.
Yes, yeah.
Najoqtatoqarilerlugu aujaulooqluni ukiungulooqluni aujakkanni'ma qaarluni upingakkannilipmat katititaugia qalerattaguo itlortuakuluk muhorlu iteriulitainnartuuleriq lumataimu itlortuakulitainnahiuqartuarmittoq teikani katititauga.
It was maybe 2 or 3 years after they were together. They had to get married, and this was way up in Gary Lake.
Yeah.
And she thinks that was their very first time she ever went into a building that wasn't an igloo.
Oh.
Katititauga malikihannutarartaalitainnaq.
She finally started having children after she got married, not before.
How many years were you married?
Kasinigo ukiuni katitauhimalaq
Siptini ukiuni katimalortu iuya.
about 50 years or 50,
Over
50 years.
Tainna uilortaranu taqalioqatigilarakku suutsiina quyalihinnalla.
She was blessed for being given to Thomas, and she was blessed to have 13, and she was blessed to have 13 children with him.
Yes, 13 beautiful children.
Yeah.
Yes, and I understand that 5 of those children are deaf, and how does she feel about the deafness in her family? Does it make a difference, or?
Can we give you Rutakakaluni Okayutuni Hitamani Tantimani Kano Yakangin Yakapa Okadahokuni Okaduhituni.
Digittimeartakkagalakisani isumagaqattartakka ila nikkunakligidluumeqattartakka tuhaangittut oqaasiugalaaruни pittiqlaartauluni pittiangitauniaqalaaruni qaulitaangi matakuuna uummatigehequmaqat.
She kind of cares for them all in the same way, but for the deaf ones, she feels more for them because somebody back there is talking about them, and they don't know what they're talking about behind their back because they can't hear, and that what breaks her heart. She treats her kids all the same way, but she feels more for the deaf ones. Their 5th child was adopted to her adopted father, which was Selena.
Oh. And was Selena deaf or hearing?
She was
She was deaf too.
Oh,
Toqimmatallimaninutaqartaaloortunga Luisa, Selina, Filipi, Jamare, tuqaalaunuttuta.
She's got 5 children that are deaf.
Very interesting. And how many children?
Luisa, Selena, Philip, J.M. and John.
Yes.
They're the 5 that are deaf.
Yes, I know 4. Just Selena.
Hitamanigo Hayamayak to
Tuqaitallimanga inuiunila.
the 5th one's passed away.
Oh, I'm very sorry. Very sorry. So when did she know Luisa was deaf right away when she was born?
Kay lakinulapit o kayitulap Luisa inulatilu.
Kano kaiwan lakinnartoqalaaqqimaqqungimmat qanuinniarninganingutaqo. Qaulimalaungittuga inuhaartillugu. Qapsitlut Tattakapsikya ko rin malawmita ka. Tuhangit mga, tuha mga ka rin malawmita ka.
Nobody knows as soon as the child is born if they're deaf or not. It wasn't weeks. It was maybe a few months after that she found out that she could have been deaf.
Luisa told me that she went away to school.
Iliniyagalak sumayo ko, Luisa, outak sumi.
Anya nga suni ang lalaki maliwalawin ni Pimo. Isa katak tukululak suni kaningit siya lalaki maliwalawin itlukto. Tama na kaman siya kaninga ni ukiyakigap ta, ukiyumat. Kimukiahiyat ni awlak palang mata. Ano rinyak tumi ikayo kayak niyak sunga anit lunga. Miya na riyaw luni. Luni. Apok mi. Miya na riyaw ma. Kuti ginago. Sana uiga. Ikayo kayak sigo. Kitli na ano katawag yak po niya. Dila unuk ma kanuilaw nito hinigyak ta kanuilaw nito tupak kapta ujjarilat ta imat na ilinga kaling imat ujjarilat ta kung nga pakinigyak lalaki ihibingitan na awla jeng Aku ilak ka, uiga ako tilak sa mahulupi ako na. Ipag sa kanila mikala mahulupi ako. Talingi ihibin na alok to. Temat na ilulok sa ko. Isa magsakya ko lulala ako sa kanina mga akta. Anya ko muligya ka uligya titaw tilo. Sila anya ko mo. Ko kaya timok. Anya ko liya. Anya ko liya kata. Kau dihakta wami. Saya makna ko hingit mati. Ko hingit ay nak manitalingi. Kau tidak lok semua. Aku lagi aku ni magu. Magu ni ukio kaya tu kulu lak cikgu ko. Saya makna lidak sama. Di kakak ni lidak.
Oh.
She was actually set up because of her arms. That day prior, both her arms were normal, just like ours, right? She went to go and help her husband harness the dogs.
Yeah.
There was somebody taking care of Luisa, so she thought nothing of it. She went to go and help Thomas harness up the dogs.
Yeah.
And then that same night or that following morning, they noticed that she was curled up, or she had her arms curled up like that. They tried opening her arms up, but they couldn't move. So they were not too far from Baker Lake.
Yeah.
It was during the fall time.
During what?
During the fall.
During the fall.
time, waiting for the winter
Yeah.
months. So they, from where they were, they traveled to Baker Lake by dog team to go see a nurse, and that's when they told them that Luisa had to go out for treatment. I guess was into Winnipeg.
Saya mau kau mau dak cita lok sama anyak tu ni. Ini yak tu ni mencu lah anyak ni au dak cita kami. Yukiuluk ta kani lu ni uwani lok cita. Tikili tay na lok sama.
When Luisa got sent out, she was out for at least a year. and this was before she went to school.
Yeah.
And when they moved here to Rincon, that's when they sent Luisa back here. And this was before she went to school.
Oh.
At that time, she went out for treatment for her arms,
Oh, okay.
and she was gone for maybe more than a year. Yeah, before she went to school.
And so where was Luisa born?
Nani inulok si Mabel Luis.
Tapani hanning ayun na maktawag tutapok sa mailakaw siya ni wala kumi. Amit tumi ako nakakilitay na ko na ilok to inubidok ta. Ukiyuk. Tunga
There's a place called Gary Lake, northwest of Baker Lake, but somewhere along the river, and that river is quite large.
Yeah.
And they call that the Back River.
Oh.
Back River. Yeah. It's attached to Gary Lake, somewhere along that area there.
So sort of on the land?
Yeah, just out on the land. During
Out on the land,
during
not
the
in a
winter.
hospital? In the winter?
In the winter. No hospitals. No.
Mas siguro taktak ni mga itlog ni apo mi. Anya ko
She's given birth to 2 children where there's no doctors, just in igloos.
Just in igloos? Is that scary? Or is...
Kapya na lang pa.
Pit ko hirap tiyo kapyan.
It's in their culture, so at that time they
It was
were
normal.
scared.
It was
normal
regular
within this,
just
yeah.
to do it that way. It was with the
Yeah.
family and comfortable. Inuit Sign Language is like Inuktitut. It's a local language.
Yeah.
It's very important. You know, I know there's a mixing of the ASL, the English sign, but up here it's different. It's all influenced by Inuit Sign Language, ISL, which is like Iwu, and Philip is very good in this. And I met a couple of elder men, hearing men from Molly's family yesterday who were Iwu's friends, who were very good in it. So it's still continuing, part of the tradition of the Inuit language through the Inuit Sign Language, not just the spoken. So.
Ami harum na kauye himalaktok. Okalugun nak mata. Kaya sinak mo talukta kalumet. Okaluna okaloy kataw miak tulo katak matago luiset kunni pilipit kunni. Kuya tok ami harum ni okalagun nak mata. Takun nga idukto la sumayini kampat. Takot. Atok tating takot Pilipino.
Eila. Ilitibyo mata. Ilitibyo wala mata. Kaya lihin na lilaw mi wali. Kuwa nga ato kong namikalo si magkukuni at sukal lang at akong mata kuya tugat ka.
Yeah, she's very happy about that too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good. Well, thank you very much again, Kuyanami. Thank you so much.
Eila.